Guys, it's Kelsey here, and today I actually have two videos to share with you, kind of a part 1 and part 2. So, I really love the new Heidi Swapp kits from Project Life. They've been out a couple months now, but I was just super in love with them when they first came out, and I decided to make a little mini album out of them. I got this idea from the Heidi Swapp website. Somebody had made kind of like a trifold card, and using a 4x6 and two 3x4 cards. Well, I didn't really want to make a card. I wanted to make a mini album, so I just kind of doubled it. And so this is kind of the assembly portion, so I'll kind of show you as I go along. But I basically used cards from the glitter and like the foil value kits, and I also used the embellishments from both of those. And since it was all glittery and foil and just kind of, not really subtle colors or anything, I decided to kind of make a 4th of July mini album. Just to, I don't even know why, just because those are the pictures that I thought went along with some of this pizzazz, I guess you would say. So, it took a little bit of trial and error. I was trying to figure out how to make the card exactly. So I took an extra piece of cardstock and I cut it down, I think maybe 3/4 of an inch or 1 inch pieces. And I was trying to keep everything laid out the way I wanted it to, because I didn't want to have too much glitter or too much foil on either side, and then things were going to be folded in. So, yeah, I was just trying to decide how this should all go. So, basically, I did this part wrong. So don't do this. I took the two strips and I glued them together, and that is not the right thing to do. If you glue them together, you want to glue them together only in the middle. And luckily this didn't turn out too bad for me. So I just tried to leave enough space on either side that it was kind of even. And then I glued the two 4x6 cards back to back. And one good thing is these cards don't have a back to them, so that made it easy to know like which sides I wanted to go with what. At least on this portion. So then I realized that was really uneven, but it didn't really matter. And then here's where I realized, I didn't want to glue the end pieces together. I actually wanted to fold them over so they can make hinges, basically. So, like I said, it was trial and error. I just had to kind of wing it. But luckily the glue didn't stick too hard, and I peeled it up pretty quickly. So then I just lined the corners up. That's the way that I found it to be easiest, was lining the corners of the cards up, and that way everything was going to match onto everything. So I lined the corner up, and then I fold the piece over, just like that, and then I put glue all over it, and then I take the second card, and again, line up all the corners, and just make sure it's all nice and lined up, and I'm just going to keep repeating that process for each card. And I double and triple checked every single time whenever I was gluing, because like I said, I was very specific. I knew what I wanted where, and in the end I actually wish I would have chosen a little bit different, but it didn't really matter. I just worked with what I had. Since this album, it is a mini album, but it basically doesn't have a front or a back. Like, they all have photos, journaling, embellishments of some kind. So it didn't really matter what was the front and what was the back at the time, and I wish I would have given that a little bit more thought, basically. But I'm okay with it not having a front or a back. I think it'll be a cool display piece. Like, I think I'll put it up around 4th of July next time and just kind of set it out on like a tabletop and just kind of show it off, because it's not exactly like something closed off. You can see the decorations from the outside. But anyway, so that just shows you the assembly. But I just thought this was a really fun way to use up some of my Project Life cards, because I have so many, and there's only so many pocket protector mini albums that you can do, and there's only so many Project Life spreads that you can do. So this was one way I decided to use it up. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon whenever I show you the decoration process.